Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday morning, and seems to be a promising good day, but we know the rain has been scattering itself in between. So I'm here in Second Corinthians chapter 1, and I'm here at verse number 3, where it says, All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is a merciful Father and a source of all comfort. He comforts us in our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. I want to remind us today that God is an excellent source of comfort. When we look even at the life of Jesus, I remember the story of Lazarus. And when he knew that Lazarus was going to die, and he also knew that this was an opportunity for God to manifest his power and his glory, that he was the resurrection and the life. As he told them, he said, Our friend Lazarus is sick. And then he told us, Our friend Lazarus is asleep. And they didn't understand. And then he says, He's dead. But when he got there and he saw the sisters crying and the people mourning, the Bible says that he wept with them. He didn't just say like, "Oh, that's fine," but he understood human emotion enough to understand their pain and to empathize with them to the point of tears. And then he says, then after he finished weeping, he says to her, "Do you believe that he will live?" And then he talks her through to lift her faith, and then says, "Show me where he is." And he went and he raised him from the dead. Now, so he's able to understand our human emotion, and he's able to come alongside us and give us the comfort that we need. Now the Bible's here, when I first read this verse, it was like, what? But there are times when there are people around us or people that we will come into contact with that will need a certain level of comfort. And sometimes that comfort that they need is the deciding factor between life and death, between them giving up and receiving the strength to move on. And sometimes God trusts us enough to pass us through that experience so that we can gain strength and we can gain understanding and we can know, hey, you know what, this too shall pass. So when we come into contact with somebody like that, that's at their wits' end because of the trouble that they're facing, because of whatever situation it is that's right there that they're going through, we are able to recollect that incident, that experience, and now apply it to them and say, hey, you know what? God is there and this is going to change. Someone who lost a loved one, our workmate who recently lost his mom. And, for those who I've recently lost someone, and so I can understand that pain and be able to reach out in a way that makes sense. If you lost, you had a period where your child was wayward, and then you were able to, pray, receive God's comfort and his peace and pray. Then when you see someone and they're losing their mind because their child is off course, you'll be able to give them comfort and give them advice. And sometimes you're in the place at just the right time, because what that person is destined to do, they need a parent supporting them through whatever experience that they're in at the time. And so I want to remind us to not just focus on ourselves, but whatever we're going through, understand that sometimes it's so that God can use you to be a source of strength and comfort for someone in the future that you come into contact with. All right, look to him. He's gonna send the right people alongside you. If you're at a time now where you need comfort, know that God is gonna send the right people into your life. Know that God is there for you. Know that you can go into his presence and receive his comfort, and know that all things work together for good to them that love the Lord. And so he's gonna also not just comfort you at this time, but use this experience to help someone in the future going through that. That's my word of encouragement to you today. Remember, he loves you. He loves you with an everlasting love. and I love you too. So have a beautiful day.